This is a suspect as hell. Look at you, like, hey girl, let me get some of that. You want some of this tea or you want some of me? You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, yeah. What is going on, guys? We got the update, which I was streaming yesterday, and someone reminded me, like, oh, the K-Ron banner is gonna run out today. K-Ron released, and this is the thing that K-Ron needs. I don't know what Kisei does, but this is actually the artifact that K-Ron would need, because I was saying on my stream is that K-Ron needs an artifact that gives him a buff, and the only one that gave a thief a buff specifically was the Moonlight Blade. And I was like, okay, like, damn, that's the only one. That's only if he gets hit. This one gives him a buff. It says for 1 turn, so but at least it would constantly allow him to spam his S1 and have the effect on it. So, I was like, damn, he needs that. So if for some reason they gave it to this, and this is a suspect as hell. Look at you, like, hey girl, let me get some of that. You want some of this tea or you want some of me? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, whatever. All right, so of course the new banner's coming out. They're about to get a lot of money because Kisei's design looks pretty good. But this was also a surprise to me. The Kisei side story, A Prayer to the Waxing Moon. Now I don't think that this is a continuation to A Small Miracle. I think this is its own separate thing, right? Which is kind of weird because, yeah, the new event currency New Year's gift. So I don't know why they decided to do this early. I would have assumed maybe if they let me look at this calendar on the side, guys. You can't see the calendar, but I guess yes, New Year's technically is within a week of now. But I guess they wanted a New Year's event, but they could have actually tied that in with the Small Miracles, I felt like. But this is going to be its own complete thing. Obviously, with Ludwig, the whole story, if you guys don't know about Ludwig and Kisei being trapped and stuff like that, and this is the real Kisei and the other Kisei is a fake and whatever. So it's just really strange that they're doing another side story, and the Small Miracle side story still we still haven't been able to finish that. So it's kind of weird. They're just throwing content at you. It's like, if you don't care about Christmas, here's some New Year's shit. Everyone likes New Year's. All right. But of course in the event she's gonna be broken, and and then Ludwig and Ruel will also be in there. The character I've never seen anyone have. All right. But then they have this exchange rate. I mean, these things are always usually the same. These exchanges, you usually want to get Seal, Blazing Soul is good. The fangs, you want to get the catalysts that are very used. You want to get the seed, the phantasms. These, I feel like, are not really that necessary. No, I used to think so, but you're gonna have so many things over time. But this one, it doesn't seem like they're gonna have like this the miracle chest. So even more reason to, when you're doing the small miracles, just get that chest. Just get that chest, ladies and gentlemen. So, and it looks like the Blazing Soul. I think that is the epic catalyst. Yeah, it's 170. This is the epic catalyst that a lot of people are looking for. So here is your Yuna event. Everyone's been waiting. This is your Yuna event, but it's probably, since she's also a I'm pretty sure it's for her too. So you might have to make a decision. Gift bundle, rare catalyst, sky stones, some basic stuff there. Now here's something crazy. So in another part of the dev note that they did, the dev note was like 2 seconds long, right? But they're saying that they're lowering the difficulty of the raid, and I guess now they're gonna make normal easy and then make hell a lot more harder. I don't think they need to drop their guns like that. The Royal Capital as a is hard, no doubt, but I think it's hard for a good reason. I like how hard it is. I think that is cool how hard it is, and I feel like it punishes people like me that only play the game every so and so. They're not grinding as much as the other people, and I'm not even saying about spending money. Like, I have 60 leaves stacked up. I could definitely have a lot of characters, have some good gear and all that other stuff. That's why you don't see me complain about what I don't have, because I know for a fact that there is a lot of stuff that I could be grinding for. But when I do grind, I'm like, oh, this is so boring. But I feel like I'm interested to see how hard this is actually going to be, because I feel like, I hope that they don't make the other mode so easy that everyone's passing it, and then everyone is able. This is like the new normal or something like that. We'll have to see how that plays out. Obviously, don't want to speak too much on that. The malicious bug charm. Oh, so once you beat the key and be able to purchase this. So that's pretty cool because this thing resets, you know. So getting consistent gifts and stuff like that, and we'll go through what you see here, how to play. Now they're telling you, I guess, like the areas of where stuff is, giving you even more. Like, I guess now that these things drop like a specific, you know, specific area, one of the following: resistance, speed, attack, immunity. Create out of the main place, have a low chance to obtain the equipment upon defeating a normal elite monsters. That's pretty good. So you have a low chance. Hey, thanks guys. You have a low chance to equip this or get this get a ring that, you know, that oh, it's always a defense set. Ah, damn it. It's kind of shit. Logistics officer, collect Queen's Guard badges dropped by the monster in the hell in exchange them for various things. Did they tell us? Oh, they did. Okay. Horn of Desire, Nightmare Mask, Black Curse Powder. That's really good. Cost in it. So one of these will get you one of these. Now this I like. Now I want to grind for this. This is huge. I actually should. This might even be the entirety of the video. So you can now, if I don't know how, if these reset, if the shop resets, you guys can correct me. So I don't know. Let me read back, because now I need to read back. Collected by, dropped by boss monsters in hell difficulty in exchange for various. So when you beat a monster, so there are, I don't remember exactly how many bosses that there are, right? So, okay, this is easy, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 bosses, and then 5 the queen. So like, even if it's not her, right? So 4. So that means you can automatically get these per week. Yeah, because the Horn of Desire is an epic, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I don't know if you can spam this. If you can constantly buy like Black Curse Powder, Nightmare Mask, this actually makes this game a billion times better. Because that means that instead of sitting there farming a stage 18,000 times, you can just farm your fodder, level your fodder, do the raid, which is actually cool. It's interesting. It's one of the things that they need to be focusing on. Do that, and then just come here and buy these catalysts. I think these are the most of them. I mean, there's some that you'll probably still have to follow. Even if they mix these up every week, that's just a really big improvement to their stupidity of the freaking catalyst farming, because it's just too annoying. And then they're showing you the stats of some of the things that drop, and then you see here the 88. They're changing this. I think they speak on it a little bit further down. Yeah, here it is. I'm gonna go back up to the equipment level display changes. Now instead of T1s or the tiers, it's gonna be a direct number. Now this is interesting because when you get gear like a gray, you know, tier 6 or something like that, people will be like, I don't know if that's worth it. So now we get to see like a tier 5 or a tier 6 had a certain, in their system would have a certain level to it. So like now they're just gonna show the level, because you know the tiers were, I guess, too confusing, and they kind of were. Like it was kind of something you had to know in advance, but now you'll see exactly how good that equipment is. And then because the color has the same distinction that it always had. The color was, you know, just depended on how many you know, substats it's going to start with. Level up system. So the tiers, knowing this, I mean, this might get a little bit confusing. 44 to 57, you know, like it's kind of like weird to know like what tier that is and what's set, like to know if you're actually in a tier 4 or a tier 5, you know. But all the tiers kind of meant is how strong and how good the substats and the main stats will roll. So we'll see if that becomes like too hard. The boss guides, improvement changes, pretty good stuff. This is actually huge. Now, as much as I'm praising them for making things like this is now they're allowing you. So check this out. When defeated in Labyrinth, players will now have the option to retry. After restarting, the hero's health and skill cooldowns will reset, and the player will be taken back to just before the battle started. The amount of camps, souls, and potions remaining will revert back to the amount prior to the battle, and auto battle will be turned off. So what this is pretty much saying is that now you can fail, right? And instead of having to go all the way back, you can spend, it looks like crystals. It says free, but it doesn't mean that, oh, well, here we go. Let's read that. Once defeating the labyrinth, players may choose to retry on the stage, failed screen with one free attempt. After using the free attempt, players may retry without limit for 10 sky stones per retry. The free retry will be reset upon re-entering the labyrinth, which is pretty good. So you get one for free, which means you should absolutely do that. So I thought that, okay, I was about to rag on it because I thought that for a second it was going to be that you go in there and you actually, that you can retry from the moment of when you died and everyone would come back with full health. That's how some other games would do it. And then it would be like a super cheesy mechanic. Like you just had to like kind of like get the boss to like a low enough health and then retry and then you pass it, which is not the worst thing in the world because then it would allow you to pass more content. But then it makes it that a lot more people can pass the content too because they can YOLO it and then just die and then get the win, you know, by bringing in like super YOLO comps and stuff like that. But I think this is fair, but I know that there's some people that would prefer it the way I was just talking about it, that you die and the enemy health stays the same and you come back refreshed, because especially if you spent the crystals on it. But I think the free one should always be used, but do not spend 10 crystals. I think, what is it, 30 for 70 energy or something like that? That's going to serve you much more, or just use it for summons, obviously, because Kisei, right? Woo! Alright, so what else do they have? No, I wanted to go back up. No. Alright. Overall, good update so far. Hasn't really been in. Supports memory imprint display. This is not what was needed, unfortunately. What we needed here, I feel like, I don't know where there's definitely a disconnect here, right? We needed to know their runes or their combat power. I don't think that that's what you can see. I don't care what their memory imprint is. It's completely irrelevant. All that means is that they got dupes of the character. That means nothing. I have a CC that is S memory imprint, and if I take all her gear off, she's still a shit butter character. She's gonna be crap, you know. So it doesn't really matter what the memory imprint is. That just means that you leveled that character or you got a dupe. Like, that doesn't really mean anything, because most of the time people are putting their 5-star nat 5s and stuff like that. So what does it matter if, oh, I can now pass this because I'm getting 6%, like, what is this, 4.8%? No, that's irrelevant. We need to know their combat power. We need to know exactly how strong this character is, so we can then evaluate, okay, combat power is blah blah blah, 1 billion, whatever, and they're level 60 and they're awakened max. Okay, I will use this as my support, because you can go to a map and you see just this, and then, oh, he also got dupes of this character, so he's a whale. Like, what is that supposed to do that? And you go in there, right? Your whole party dies, and then you have to either spend the healing cost or go to the 1-5, right? But that's just stupid. Because you didn't know that this person had crap runes, and you relied on their supporter. So I think that he should just show you the combat power, 100%. The tail to the nose, yeah, irrelevant. This is just a bunch of little small fixes and stuff like that. Like how the AIs and stuff work. When using skill one will no longer cause the combat readiness gauge to decrease. So there's like these little bugs. Nothing crazy, but yeah, if you use these characters, Sigrid, Assassin Call, not Assassin, just a regular Collie, my Assassin Karja now properly ignores it good. Yeah, I've actually seen that before. Like, you use a soul burn and it actually doesn't land both debuffs, which is incorrect. That means that it's definitely ignoring. So guys, if you do see a effect that's wrong, and actually that's weird, so maybe I should support ticket, because Destina's S1 hasn't worked since launch. So I guess maybe no one made enough noise about that. Maybe I should send in like a specific ticket, because her S1 never worked as intended, because it said it scales off her health, which means that it should heal the same amount every time she uses it. But it doesn't work like that at all. It definitely scales up the target's health, but hey, whatever. Stats have been nerfed. See, look, they're nerfing the current raid. Speed has been reduced by 10%. The damage Valor takes for the Queen has been, reduced by 20%. Like, they're nerfing it. People are having, I guess, too much trouble trying to beat it. But I don't know. I enjoyed having something hard to do, and I would hate to go into there again and it just be a breeze. So we'll look at that right now. Side story: the small miracles has been polished. I guess there were some issues with that, and I'm gonna add it to the list of enhanced artifacts and small. Oh, Alexa's basket. So you can use Alexa receives a base bonus of 15% when the artifact is in a max. 30% bonus as well to the event resource drop. So now using Alexa's basket will actually help you in the small miracles. Interesting. So you can still, your characters will still benefit from using that. Interesting. That's pretty cool. And they're letting you know here that Kairon and the Celestine is actually going to be added to the regular pools, which is great. Guild information. Oh, now this is great. So now you can see daily and weekly contribution. This is great because sometimes it's kind of hard to know, like especially when you add someone new to the guild, you don't really know what they've been doing regularly. You just see like, oh, this guy's been doing great forever. So it's nice that now we can see who to kick. All right. Queen Diane now has an animated portrait. The size of the gun. Okay, most of this stuff is kind of boo-boo. No one cares. All right, so that's pretty much the update, and I hope you guys enjoy. I am not that I'm rushing, but I do have to get the other video out. And I hope you guys had a happy holidays. It's the day after Christmas, and I have work 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. So I gotta do this video, and I'm gonna separate it because I want to give Kisei, because I actually love Kisei's design. I think she deserves a separate video. So if I gotta be late for work, I'll be late for work. Whatever. I got you guys. I know you guys want that video. So I'm in there. Peace.